Welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. How do your boys feel about their sister having a boyfriend?
But I would be doing the same thing.
You don't get along with me, there's a problem.
Your family's opinion matters. Buddy had unexpected foot surgery.
If you like the guy, go talk to him.
That's probably the advice I would have gave too, I have to say. No, not at all. I raised her well,
Yeah.
Erica.
You made a good call.
That's how I would approach it.
She gets the days, I get the nights.
Before she goes, I want to answer this first.
Hey everybody, welcome back to What's Up, Cuz. I am your co-host, Erica Spira.
And I'm Lisa Valastro.
And we have another episode for you guys this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're listening, you can also watch us now on YouTube, so go check us out. And if you're watching on YouTube, welcome to the channel, and please hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. So, we have a very special guest for everyone this week. None other than Buddy Valastro himself. Hello.
Hey,
The one
how
and
we
only.
doing?
Yeah, welcome back to the show. We've had you on before.
I'm sure you talk a lot of shit about me.
I do not. I do not.
we really don't.
Because don't talk shit about me. Because I'm going to listen. I hear it.
Oh, yeah? You
find
listen?
you two. I know a guy.
Come on. You should know me better than that.
I'm teasing.
No, nothing bad. Just fair relationship stuff.
Yeah, like things that normal people go through. Things that people want to know.
Yeah, we heard like she's not allowed to switch sides of the bed ever.
No, well, listen. Again, we got two rules in the house. One is I'm always on the right side. Well, depends on if you're standing in front of the
Yeah.
bed, it's the left side.
You're on the left.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, but I'm closest to the door, so if anybody comes in, it's a protection mode.
That is so funny that he just said that
I wanna
because
ask
that's
for-
what your sister Lisa said.
Yeah.
I protect you. Right?
Oh my God, I
That's-
never even thought of it that way.
So that's why I'm on that side, and again, the other thing is we have a deal with the remote control.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Oh, well.
So-
This is not a fair deal.
I mean,
This is a
I
fair
assume
deal.
I know what this deal is.
All right, so-
it doesn't sound like a deal at all. But
So
okay.
so during the day, Lisa's in control of the clicker. At night, I'm in control. She gets the days, I get the nights.
Because
it's like
you
a
know,
daytime
Erica,
night shift.
I sit on the couch
Yeah.
all day long watching television. So, but if that's his theory, it is
Listen,
what it is.
Those are the two things that.
Yeah, I was
that-
gonna
that we
say.
do.
I don't think Lisa has time during
Well,
the day to watch
I
TV.
mean, I think there's 29 TVs in the house, so I think we can go to a separate room or a different TV.
I never leave you. I always watch what you want to watch.
Yeah.
That's
Well, I
part of the
always
deal.
watch good stuff.
Okay, we'll leave it at that.
It's the protecting by the door. It's almost like it's what is that like not old chivalry rule, but of the sidewalk where it's like the man walks on the side where the cars are.
I never
Right,
heard that
right.
one.
You don't know this?
No.
Oh, this is a known thing. Like I once went on a date with someone in New York. It's like if you walk in New York, you're constantly changing, and he kept like moving me, and I was like, "What do you
Doing.
do? It like
Uh-huh.
what?" And he'd
That's
be like,
that's a classy guy.
"Well,
That's
he
a
just was like, I
gentleman.
have to be on the side
That's
of the
right.
cars."
I did not know
And,
that.
and
Learned
I actually
something
didn't know
new.
till that date, but
Listen,
See?
I still believe in opening the door for a lady. I if I see an old lady crossing the street, I'll help her. If I see
Yeah.
someone,
He does.
or the
that's just
elevator, do you let the women off first?
I always do.
Yeah.
I always
You know
let
what else
somebody
my
go
husband
first.
does that I love? When we go on an airplane, if he sees like someone struggling with their suitcase to put it up in the compartment, he always helps them out.
Of course.
Oh, I always do that because I want to get moving. I'm like, I got it. Don't worry.
It's both, cuz. It's
Yeah.
both.
You're funny.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm in workout clothes. I'm like, I'm ready to run through this airport. I'm
Yeah,
trying
that's just the
to
way
get
I-
where the sun shines.
That's the way I was raised.
That definitely comes on your side of the family then.
We gotta move.
Yeah.
We're movers and shakers.
So funny. And now thinking of it, I'm like, my dad sleeps farther from the door. And he's a chicken like me, so I'm like, I think he does it on purpose.
Yeah.
I think
That's
he
so
does it on
funny.
purpose.
That's it.
Oh man.
But any other what's new in your guys' lives? Any updates for this week?
We have a big update actually. We just finished remodeling our whole kitchen. That was a major 3-month project.
Wow.
And guess who was the GC on it?
Yeah.
LVGC.
LVGC, they call me.
Yeah.
Lisa Valastro,
Yeah.
General Contractor.
It's really hard. You don't realize how much you miss a stove when it's not there anymore.
You had no stovetop.
For 3 months.
Yeah.
Oh,
We took
yeah.
the whole kitchen out.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we did it in a time which was we started like at the end of March, so we knew we had the barbecue.
Mm-hmm.
We had like an outdoor griddle, and then we had a stove downstairs, like in the galley, like a wall oven.
An
stove.
oven, not a stove, an
An
oven.
oven,
Yeah.
a wall oven. So we figured we could kind of make do
do?
with what we have
Yeah.
and do a lot of door dashing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely ordered a lot more than I really wanted to. but you're so tired by the end of the day. It's you're dealing with contractors and who's showing up and coordinating.
And to your point, take it a step further. I mean, we planned this over a year ago.
Yeah, this was over a year in the making.
We ordered the cabinets over a year ago.
Oh wow.
Ordered all the appliances over the year ago. And we had to get everything we said, let's make sure everything's in and ready, and then we gutted. I mean, we ripped the tile off the floor.
Yeah.
It was a full renovation.
I was only here for the little, what was it, the countertop getting put on, and that was nerve-wracking.
Everything I have to say went very smooth considering, but it was a 3-month project, and that's with having everything readily available and ready to go.
Yeah.
So, but I'm so glad that it's over.
It needed a refresh. It needed an update. And look, we entertain a lot.
Yeah.
So we
use it.
Yeah. We got some crazy fun appliances.
Some that we definitely did not need, but
like what? Name one.
I sense a fight. So
name one. The rotisserie.
Listen, everybody should have one. Okay, you'll
full
never
rotisserie.
go get the Costco chicken again. Ever.
I was like, I love the Costco.
All right,
chicken.
I know, me too.
Yeah.
So
And
wait a
also
minute.
like
So
$8.
I did have a say on appliances. We kind of shared that job of picking out.
We went really mostly Wolf and Sub-Zero.
Okay.
That's what we've had for years. I think it's great.
But
we had a couple like centerpiece things.
Yeah. So when he told me a year ago that he wanted a rotisserie, I'm like, okay, but I'm thinking rotisserie cover. I'm thinking something.
She was thinking mess. It's gonna make a mess.
Well, they install this rotisserie, okay, and there's no cover on it. So as it's rotating, it's out in the open.
Yeah, it's great.
Wait. There's not a glass in front of it?
Nothing. So, I have a German Shepherd.
It's an open fire spigot.
I have a German Shepherd. All I'm picturing is him jumping up, burning himself, eating my chicken. Then I'm picturing oil splashing everywhere.
And it doesn't.
Because again,
she was so mad when it went in until we used it the first time, and she ate that chicken. She's like, "Oh my god, it's so juicy."
Good. I'm not gonna say
and it did not get anything dirty.
No, it didn't. But to be fair, when I looked at the catalog after they installed it, and I said it's impossible that this thing doesn't have a cover. When I looked at the catalog and saw the way they had displayed it, it was displayed open but over a countertop.
A little recessed back.
Yes, so it was recessed back, which makes more sense. If I would have thought of that
or something
prior, I probably would have kind of did it the same way.
But our kitchen's big enough. I mean, where it didn't really matter.
No, I just worry about the dog jumping up.
I get
the
it.
dog is he's gonna learn. Like I said, what. You get burnt one time and then that's it.
Oh,
you stay away. That's the old baker's trick. Once you learn one time, it's hot. You don't touch it.
But as far as getting dirty, it actually is a lot cleaner than I thought it was
I mean, we're doing whole chickens on there.
Well, I was gonna say you gotta do
filet
meat.
mignon, prime ribs, rack of lamb,
But
leg
it's like
of
a whole
lamb.
rack, right?
Put the whole thing on and it just it goes
it's
around.
It's the new toy right now.
Yeah, I was
until we get tired of rotisseries.
Yeah, I was like, your butcher's probably very happy.
Well, look, it's healthy. See, I'm losing weight, so
you look good.
That's what I got to do, So got to eat healthy. It's all that roasted chicken.
We got to lose the 15 pounds we gained in 3 months eating out. Now we got to lose.
Yeah, we got to lose it back.
I feel that.
But yeah, well, listen. I mean, we got some serious things. I got a sealed. What do you call it?
Sealer, a vacuum sealer.
Yeah, like a built-in one.
It's built in and it has like a vacuum sealer. So your leftover foods, you put it in and it takes all the air out and it vacuum seals it for a very long
time.
time.
You put it in a drawer and it's not like you shut the drawer and it fully wraps and everything.
No, you pull it out, you put your doggy bag, whatever you're taking, you put it on there, you vacuum seal it. Nice. It'll stay 7-8 days in your refrigerator.
But we haven't used it yet. That's the one contraption we haven't used yet.
No, I used it.
Oh, you have?
I used it, yeah.
I think people often do the vacuum seal to like help marinate stuff, I thought.
Well, you can do it for marinade.
Yeah.
Listen, she's got all the toys. She's got a double wall oven.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got a double wall oven. You got a 60-inch Wolf range.
Yep.
With a 6-burner double griddle.
Yep.
You got a Steam Wolf convection oven.
Yep. Listen, we
Steel
like to
drawer.
cook here.
Yeah.
Holidays are always here. You know, remember, Christmas, I have like 25 different items of
There's
food.
5 ovens in the kitchen.
And all of my stuff is mostly
5 ovens?
oven-based. Yes.
5 ovens, plus the rotisserie, plus a pizza oven.
Yeah, we
well,
haven't used the pizza
whose
oven
idea was
yet.
the pizza?
Yeah, we haven't used
That
it.
was
Well,
his
we've been down
idea.
the shore.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, well, listen,
Which
I
I
like
have
that.
tried your gluten-free pizza, and it truly does not seem gluten-free at all. It's
good, right?
amazing. It is
is
amazing.
good.
I will
So,
say that.
Yeah.
I took some of those from the freezer last night.
Hey,
I got
listen,
some of those.
the
Yeah.
gluten free is, you know what it is? They take they actually use wheat, but they genetically alter it so that it grows without the gluten in it.
That's crazy.
And,
Isn't that nuts?
That is crazy.
Yeah, and that's how they get it.
I know. I've had a couple friends go to Italy this summer, and they're
Uh-huh.
like, surprisingly, there's so many gluten-free options now.
I
Yeah,
know.
all
Well,
over.
a
Because
lot
they
of
figured it out.
yeah,
Yeah,
a lot of the
they
world
nailed
is most of the world is going gluten free.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to ask, though.
Mm-hmm.
I want to give either of you, I guess, an either or, because now you have this nice, beautiful kitchen. But if you had to pick between this nice, beautiful kitchen and your boat, what would you pick?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
Just think of that chicken.
Yeah. I eat more than I fish on the boat.
True.
So it's
Taking you awfully a long time
Yeah,
to
yeah.
answer.
All right, I'll go kitchen. I'll do the kitchen.
Kitchen? All
I go
right.
kitchen
Well, maybe
over
he's
there.
like, Lisa still cooked great in the other kitchen.
Yeah. No,
So-
no. Oh, I gotta have a kitchen. If all
Well,
right.
you'll have a kitchen either way. But
Yeah.
this
all right,
kitchen
all right.
now.
This kitchen. But I'm happy that this kitchen is better now. Like you
Yeah.
know,
It's
feels
it's
better.
spacier,
Needed-
it's
it is
roomier.
needed
yeah.
updating.
Yeah, the table can fit everybody.
Yes, it
Yeah.
can.
Yeah, big
Yes.
table.
So Lisa, I'll say, you can never have a designer bag again or this kitchen.
Ooh.
What would you pick?
I choose the kitchen.
Yeah.
You
What if I
know?
said
Over
designer
design-
shoes? Would it be the same?
Same thing.
What were
It
you gonna
definitely
say?
would
What would
be.
be your either or?
It's because she's got enough of them in her closet. She never has to get
No,
them.
I meant she can never
She
wear
never-
one again. That's what I meant.
Oh,
Not a
no,
new
where-
one. Like you have to get rid of all of them. out of the
Honestly, that's
kitchen.
only material things.
Yeah. I
You
know. The
know?
kitchen's just.
The kitchen
so
is where the
nice.
family is. That's
It's
where
where
we hang
everybody
out.
everybody congregates. It's a fun time.
I mean, I live in a studio now, and my kitchen is not big.
Mm-hmm.
I do have a full-size stove, but it's like, it's a challenge.
Yeah.
And I miss like any other apartment I had.
Mm-hmm.
Like that alone is like, it's just tough.
Yeah, there's nothing
Yeah.
like having the family over, cooking, being comfortable in your kitchen, knowing where everything is. That's the one. That's my pet peeve.
Yeah.
Is now that like I don't know where the hell anything is. So if I go in the kitchen, I'm like, where is everything?
I know. It's
So-
gotta
Yeah,
be
it's
new.
getting used to where everything is again. I don't even know where everything is because we have different cabinets, different drawers, so it's gonna take a little bit.
Yeah.
It's got a nice little coffee station. Yeah, she's got.
Not
I
bad.
love
all
my
jazzed up.
kitchen. I really
I
do.
love it. It's great.
You know,
You
that's
gotta,
where I
you gotta,
live
you
all
gotta
day.
give everybody a little tour. You gotta walk
Yeah.
them through.
We'll do
Yeah.
a tour one day.
Definitely.
Do a kitchen tour.
Our next podcast, we'll do a kitchen
Next
tour.
part, and
Yeah.
maybe I'll be cooking in it. I'm just saying. Maybe
We'll
I'll be
see.
roasting chickens.
Maybe for our next podcast, we have some kitchen questions. I'm gonna have to give a tour.
and maybe
Yeah,
we'll
maybe.
be roasting some chickens.
I would like to see it.
All right,
I would like to see
have
it.
some chickens.
I also would like
roasted.
to. I'm curious how you prep them. Like if you really prep them that much, and not have
Not
to.
Honestly,
really,
you
no.
don't really have to prep them at all.
No.
Wow.
It's just the trick is tying the chicken first up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You put it on the spigot, you tie it so that it's tight, and then just a little bit of olive oil, and then a little bit of herbs on it, salt, pepper.
Simple is better.
I mean,
You know
my
what's
theory.
You're
great
telling
is
me.
then on the it's got like it's like a plate. It's like a drip pan, and on the bottom of it we cut like potatoes,
Oh.
and they cooks the potatoes, but then the dripping from the chicken drips right on it. So all that delicious like
Oh, so it's almost like if you would roast some over potatoes in like an oven pan.
Hey, can you
Similar.
tell he really likes his
Yeah, he
rotisserie?
really selling
I'm
this
selling
rotisserie
it.
hard.
That's his
No,
favorite
They should
gadget.
sponsor us.
even
Yeah.
We're
says
gonna talk about
it,
this
it,
much.
it says it's a Le Cornell. It says Chateau Valastro on it.
It does.
Oh,
They
okay.
even personalized it for
Yeah,
us.
All
like
right, look at that.
Hmm?
You're the
Just
new
saying.
spokesperson. You're gonna be the new spokesperson. You're gonna be the Buddy Valastro of.
Well,
roast
no,
history.
listen. I like things that make good stuff, right?
Well, yeah.
And I'm all for even at the factory. Like, if you ever come to the factory, like I have crazy equipment You know, so I'm really into that. I always like to know what's cutting edge, what's coming out. And even with the steam oven, you know, like I did a recipe a couple weeks ago where I did ribs, and I think we did the ribs because I used the steam convection, and the ribs fell off the bone, and it was like an hour and a half. It was like so quick and so easy. So it's like if you know how to use technology, again, in the industrial, like at the factory or at my restaurant, we have combi ovens. It's the same technology. It's basically putting different ways of how to cook things, which makes it faster, moister.
Yeah.
You know, we want to cook fish, we want to cook
just
things.
a matter of having time, experimenting, and just coming up with different things.
See, I like to use all the different things. Lisa's very...
I'm very routine.
Well, when you got to cook, especially for a lot of people, you're like, the last thing you want is anything to get messed up.
Yeah, you do.
Because I've been there. That's the one time you're like, let me do it this differently, and it doesn't come out the way you want it. It's frustrating.
But I have to say, every Christmas, I do try to make one item that's different than what I do every year.
She makes a great Christmas dinner.
Oh, I know. I always see it. Like, oh,
it's big. It's
those
good.
leftovers. We'll do a question here. You know the drill, buddy. You've been on the show before. So if you guys want to email us a question, it's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. So this question is called Skipping Church. Hi, Lisa and Erica. Well, it's probably actually not what you think. Hold on. Love the podcast. I recently had a situation with one of my son's friend's parents. My son went to a sleepover at his friend's house. The friend's mom called me the next morning to ask if my son could go to church with them instead of dropping him off here as originally planned. I firmly but politely said no. She said that he was interested in going and they were running late, so skipping drop-off would help them get there on time. I said I could pick him up, but she said that would delay them further because they need to wait for me to drive there before they left. I reiterated that under no circumstances was my son going to church with them. She got offended and said that she would let her son go to the mosque with us. I said that was her prerogative, but I wasn't her. She was upset when she hung up. I texted my son, and he said that they were on the way to our house, like originally planned. Now that the heat of the moment has passed, I wondered if I was rude to her. Was there a better way to handle the situation? Should I bring it up to the mother again or let it go? Thanks.
Listen, I feel that one thing you don't talk about with people is religion and politics.
Yeah.
And
good advice.
I have to be honest. If I had a child sleeping at my house, and we're Catholic, we go to church, and the other child was a different religion, I would not expect them to come to church with us.
If my son or daughter was at someone's house and they were a different religion and wanted them to go to their church or mosque or synagogue or whatever it is, I wouldn't care. I mean, for me, I think that I respect all religions. I think it's actually great to go and experience it, to see it, right? To see what people do different. When my grandfather came from Italy, he had 4 children. This is my mother's father.
Yeah.
He came from Italy. He had an address in Bayonne and of a cousin, and he had a picture to say he got, Drew Ellis Island, went to their house and said, I'm your cousin. Can I stay here? So he was staying there, and he got a job in Hoboken, and to save 5 cents in the bus fare, he would walk from Bayonne to Hoboken, which is probably, I'd say, like maybe 10 miles every day. Geez. And couldn't read or write, would mark the telephone poles to know he knew his way home. Jesus. All right. And he was here for like 2 years. He was trying to save money to get his kids back and forth. My grandmother and my mother and my uncles. And he was at the barber. And he was really upset. So the barber said to him, Nicole, what's wrong? And he said, I can't save any money to get my family here or whatever. And he was from a Baptist church. He was a minister. He said, I'm going to talk to the congregation. The Baptist church lent my grandpa the money to get his family here. Really? And he converted.
Wow.
All right. And And I remember my grandmother got here and was happy. She's like, look, I was born Catholic. I'm going to die Catholic.
Yeah.
And the thing is I remember my mother telling me stories of how Mass was so much different because she would sometimes go with her father and sometimes with her mother. So for me, I think that like food or like family, I think that the world should experience each other's cultures, and I think that's what makes everything
Absolutely,
unique.
but the question
But
was,
you can't
did
force
she
it on
do
someone.
something wrong? I'd love my kids to learn all the religions because
Yeah.
you don't know who they're going to marry in the future.
Yeah.
You
and
know?
also you learn it in
And
school regardless.
we love
Yeah.
everyone's religion, but I can't expect a parent to want their child to do the same.
And I wouldn't be offended if they didn't want
Yeah.
them to come to me. I
Right,
see
right.
both sides of it,
Yeah.
but I mean, and again, I wouldn't take it in an offensive way, but for me in particular, I think that there's so much to learn to be able to go to a mass or to a synagogue or a mosque.
I'm trying to take it from her perspective.
Yeah, I agree with you. She's not wrong to say
Personally,
no.
I will. My kids have friends of all different religions,
Yeah.
and it'd be nice for them to know what each religion believes in. But I can't make that decision for another parent.
And taking a step further, sometimes it's better to get in a call rather than text because they don't know what the inflection is. You know, it's always, hey, you know, unfortunately we had plans today. Not that I don't want him to go to church or whatever or whatever, you know. Sometimes even if you, for the wrong reasons, you didn't want him to go, you don't always have to let people know that. You just kind of say, hey, listen, unfortunately we got company coming over.
Yeah,
He's got to be
something.
home. You know, just so that they don't feel offended.
But this is something that honestly, it's something that some people should not get offended over. You know, everyone
No.
should just respect everyone's opinion and just go with it.
I mean, I would think the mom was originally just a little annoyed because like she was running late and she's trying to get however many kids
And probably
Yeah.
rightfully
ready
so,
into
and
church.
I totally
and
get
it's
it.
like
yeah.
I've been in that house where we're all
Yeah.
rushing to get to church on time.
Exactly.
So it's like I think she was probably just more annoyed with like they're running late
Yeah.
and feeling embarrassed about being late.
Probably.
And it was just gonna be more convenient of like, can we bring them
But
after?
then that's a conversation to have the next day.
oh, for
You know,
sure.
there shouldn't be animosity over it.
Yeah, no, not at all. But it's so funny of like, I remember growing up, most of my sleepovers, it was like whatever religion the family was, it was like, I would just go with them because you're
Yeah.
there in the morning. And then I
Yeah.
got picked up from the synagogue. Sometimes it was church.
Yeah.
Sometimes it was nothing. But it was so funny of like, I remember my friends being like, oh yeah, if you sleep over at Erica's house, like they go to church in the morning. like you're getting woken
Yeah.
up and going to church.
And that's the
And
way
it's
we
just
are.
a thing. Yeah.
That's exactly the way we are. But again, you know, I wouldn't get offended if a mom, you know,
Yeah.
rather their child not come with us.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you think she should say something to the mom? That was her
I
other
think
question.
she should in a nice way say, listen, you know, I feel like, you know, it hasn't been the same since this whole happened. I want to clear the air.
Yeah.
I always like to clear the air.
And life is too short, man.
Yeah.
It is really, people get hung up on things. It's
Yeah.
like, listen, if this is the way you feel, fine. Then don't do it, or don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. For me, I'd rather I'd try to live with no animosity. I don't want to dislike anybody. If this is the way you are, cuz I gotta accept you for what you are.
Yeah.
I can't be responsible for you. You know, I don't gotta spend as much time or what. But you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you let bygones be bygones, and
As
screw
long
it.
as you talk it through, whether they want to talk to you again or not, at least I know I go to bed at night and I did my best to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you put your head on your
Yeah.
pillow and you know you tried.
Yeah. Or from this point on, it's like, you just pick them up. Like,
Exactly.
just plan on picking
Yeah.
them up.
You got another
Make your
question
life
for us,
easier.
cuz? What you got?
One more. Okay. This
I'm
one.
answering first this time.
You want first this
Okay.
one? Okay. This is an interesting one. It's called Sticking Up for Your Parent. Hi, Lisa and Erica. My name is Charlie, and I'm from the Shakopee Sioux tribe located outside of Minneapolis, Minnesota. I was obsessed with the Cake Boss as a kid. I come to your podcast for some advice. My question is how to deal with relatives who don't treat your parent nicely. Do I stay out of it because it's adult business? Or now that I am an adult, can I put my foot down and have an opinion and say something? I was raised old-fashioned, similar to you, and have respect for my elders, and also was told to mind my own business, but I'm not sure what to do. Thank you, Charlie.
Wow.
Let me hear your opinion on this one.
I think that you should definitely have an opinion, right? And I think that you should be able to voice your opinion, but you have to do it with respect. You know, from my perspective is you get a lot more bees with honey than vinegar. If you want to go and tell people off because they're degrading your parents or making your parents feel bad, there's a couple ways of doing it. Just saying, hey, F you and, blah, 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 and fighting fire with fire.
Yeah.
But if you actually point out and say, my parents really try, they respect you, they love you, this isn't the thing. And we all get fed up with people, right? But I think that there's a way to say it where, and if it escalates, you got to tell someone to fuck off. You got to say fuck off.
Excuse me, this is a clean podcast. Watch your mouth.
It doesn't have to be 100% clean, but we can bleep it if we want to bleep it.
One little.
Yeah. We can bleep it if we want. So you think, but do you ultimately think this person should say something to the relative of like, hey, I don't like how you're treating my mom?
Yeah, I do.
Or dad, I don't know.
I do. You can't leave that built up inside because then it's just going to pop one day.
Yeah.
But I think that you should have an honest conversation and try the nice approach first. You always extend the olive branch. If it doesn't work, then you hit them with it.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness gracious. Leave it to Buddy. I do agree though. I do agree that you should sit down and be able to tell someone how you feel. It doesn't have to be in an angry way or, yelling or screaming fest. But I think if someone's mistreating your parent or family member and you feel that you could somewhat help in making everything better, then I think you should.
I'm just going to also just put it out there. There's always three sides to the story. There's his side, there's her side, and there's the truth.
The truth, yeah.
Okay? So, you got to sometimes put their hat on and try to walk in their shoes. So, maybe your parents are part of the problem. I don't know. I don't know what it is or,
There's situations that they both have valid points.
Yep.
So you have to come to a compromise.
But I feel like it's like if this happened in front of me with like one of my parents consistently, I feel like at a certain point, if it happened in front of me, I would just be like, hey.
Yeah.
Because people never realize it unless you point it out when they do it. If you're just kind of like, hey, when you say like stuff like that to my mom, that really bothers me and I think it's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Like something vague like that is just kind of like, oh.
Yeah, and you should be able to say that.
Right.
And especially if it's people that you're close to or it's family, you shouldn't look. Honestly, me and my family, we don't hold grudges. If we got to say fuck off or you're wrong or whatever you got to say, we do it and then it's over and then, we move on. I don't believe in, like, when I hear sometimes people like, oh, I haven't spoken to my sister in 20 years. I can never imagine that, that relationship. Like, I'd rather fight it out, get it over with, and then how do we move on?
Yeah. I mean, I'd agree. It's I live my life by either bring it up or let it go.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people just live in that middle area where they don't want to bring it up, but they're not letting it go. Yeah. And it's like that's your only two options in my head. That's the only way I see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you can't let stuff go in life too, and I think it comes with age. I feel like I'm a lot more patient than I was years ago. Think so?
I do.
I mean,
I often feel that because I'm like, I feel like I'm just tired.
Yeah, that's how I feel like.
I don't have the energy to care about.
You learn
like,
a lot.
You throw in the white flag and be like, whatever, I give. It is what it is.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Or you just go through so much in life that you're like,
yeah,
this isn't as bad as that other thing, so it's fine.
No. Exactly.
It's whatever.
Amen.
Yep.
But I think that's it for this week's episode.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, buddy, for coming on.
Thank you guys.
Thank you all for listening. And if you want to send us a question, email us at whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. That's whatsupcuzpod@gmail.com. Or feel free to leave a comment on our YouTube video. So thank you all for listening, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Till next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Peace.